I'm going to talk about that updated Genesys format, point changes / ban list. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys do not miss out on more awesome content. So here are the changes, and you can find some of the background behind them in last week's article. So, reversal quiz went from 0 to 100. Congratulations, FTK. DD Dynamite went from 0 to 51. Ah, man. Same thing with Banquet of Millions. Black Garden went from 0 to 51. That's kind of disappointing, but I mean, Black Garden does have a lot of FTK potential. Earthbound Immortal Asclepiuscu also went from 0 to 51. Once again, it is honestly kind of a troublesome card. Lapis Lazuli went from 0 to 51. Biel's of the Diabolic Dragons. You might not believe this, but Biel's was a little bit of a problem. Blackwings were doing some FTK shenanigans. You also see Blackwing Assault Dragon going from 0 to 1. Bramble Rose 0 to 1. Red Ice Flare Metal going from 0 to 1. And of course, Gust Kraken going from 0 to 100. We knew about the Gishki Gust Kraken hand loop very early on, and it was something I was excited about. But unfortunately, it never fundamentally got off of the ground as a deck. It was just something that players were consistently throwing at the wall, trying to see if it would stick, and, well, it stuck itself on a ban list. So you also see Aquamir and Necromir here, and Mind August also getting these hits. Ouroboros also getting massively dumped here from 67 to 100. Yes, ripping cards from your opponent is not fair. Heraldry Crest getting 0 to 1 is hilarious. We also see Question going from 0 to 11, which you made it sound like Question was such a broken card in this format, Konami. And Last Turn going from 75 to 100, that needed to happen. That one was pretty brutal. So now we also have some point reductions. Metamorphosis going from 10 to 5. Premature Burial 25 to 7. Monster Reborn from 15 to 10. Mirage Nightmare to 0. Huh. That doesn't ensue me wanting to try out anything. Card of Safe Return from 40 to 33. That's fine. Heavy Storm 20 to 10. This is actually, this and Harpy's Feather Duster, both getting point reductions, is good. You know, this this means that they're counterbalancing Spell and Trap Destruction within this format. I mean, these are still heavily costed cards, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it does help out. We also do see Lightning Storm from 40 to 20. Dominus Impulse from 30 to 25. We also do see Dominus Spiral from 10 to 5. Nibiru got chunked down from 10 to 5 because realistically, I mean, Nib is a good card, but there's nothing in this format that's really exploding and going too crazy with that. We also do get to see Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill coming in at 3 now. Ghost Ogre went down to 3. If there was one hand trap here that I think is looking pretty decent, I'm okay with this, honestly. This needed to happen. Saravis went down from 5 to 3. I think that this will help out the small amount of players that we do have wanting to play the Voiceless Voice deck, which should technically make one more challenger viable. And then we've also got Baron de Fleur going from 85 to 80. Just means that, you know, we can chonk in one little extra card on your game plan if you're looking at this. But all of these, honestly, the Mirage and Nightmare from 10 to 0 is hilarious, though. Konami really trying out here. So we've got another chunk of things here. So Upstart Goblin went from 0 to 3. Honestly, kind of sucks to see that, but generic draw power is a little bit too crazy. So I have to understand why they have to do that. Same thing with Brow going from 0 to 3. Brow is just the cultivator of unfun. No matter, you know, how you want to try to spin that, I can understand why Konami wanted to, you know, just allow less degeneracy. Pot of Extrav from 0 to 10. This is okay. Extrav needed points, man. This card was doing some very dangerous things. Trap Trick from 0 to 3. Yeah, sorry, trap decks needed to happen. Rescue Ace Impulse, 0 to 5. If you've been paying attention to every list, I mean, they're just going into Fire Attacker and drawing cards. I do think it should have been a 3-pointer, though. I think 5's a little bit too much. Airlifter went from 10 to 5. Interesting. Dragon's Mind's now worth 7 points. That's good. Solemn Scolding, 0 to 5. And Iron Thunder, 0 to 5. Both of these needed to happen. Super Poly got bumped up from 10 to 13. I guess that makes sense. Goblin Biker Grand Breakout 0 to 7. Okay. Speedroid Terratop 3 to 7 is welcoming. We do see Nash Knight going from 0 to 10. Sorry, sorry, rank 5 enjoyers. You guys knew this was going to happen eventually. And Evilzor Lars went from 0 to 20. Okay, that one's a little bit interesting. Habagiri went from 0 to 100. Holy shit. That's crazy. And also down here, you see Mitsurugi Ritual went from 60 to 51 and from 60 to 51. The best card that your deck had just got blown up. You're not playing this. Manju and Senju each went from 0 to 1. This is to kind of counterbalance some things, which I think is okay. Now, I see that this is rough. So number 99, Utopia Dragner, went from 0 to 80. Yikes. Draglublion went down from 100 to 80. Numeron Dragon went from 1 to 21. Crimson Dragon went from 100 down to 80. Cosmic Blazar went from 1 to 21. Well, guess what you're not playing. Same thing with Stardust Cypher. And then Hot Dread Dragon Calamity going to 21. Sure. Hey, look. Konami's aware of the stupid things that we've been doing here. Grizel Prison, 0 to 10. Hey, you guys, you thought that Konami wasn't aware of, the things that we're doing in current Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Flying Sea went from 0 to 7. Yikes. Along with Retaliating Sea. And Invoked Kaliga jumped from 90 to 100. Ugh. All 6 barrier statues got yeeted off a cliff. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, wow. I guess we were really angering Konami here, because Holy Sue went to 33, Zhao Long went to 11, and Razin went to 11. Holy shit. Okay, well, no fun allowed there. Exo Sister also just got blasted from 0 to 10. Same thing with Mikhail's, and the Ishishiki Shiori Hime went to 5. Dynamorphia, Domain, and Frenzy each went to 1. QQ went to 1. So this pretty much uninstalls the idea of us getting to enjoy playing Generator with True King of All Calamities. Same thing with World Legacy Monstrosity and Leviathan. Just slapping those restrictors on it so you can't make VFD. Treasure of the King 0 to 5, it's fine. Power Patron also got slapped finally. Also looks like Dododo Warrior got slapped in here, along with, what is this? Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss to 20, Totem Bird to 3, Sinkata King. Noroi and Jokul went to 15, along with Werewolf went to 10. Enter Blafnir went to 13, Trishula went to 13, Foxy Toon went to 5, and Megalith Anastasis went to 33. This is good. Alright. What in the world? There's more here? So the Fallen and Virtuous 15, that's stinks so much. Albion, Titani-clad, Sprint, Granguiganal, Brigand, the Dragon that Devours the Dogma, all to 10. R.I.P. Lubellion went down to 10. Mirror Jade went down to 10. Brand Fusion went to 40. McCourier went to 5. And Masquerade went to 16. Okay, is there some good here? Rhoda went down to 35. E-Telly went down to 35, and Tinky went down to 35, along with Fossil Dig. I mean, sure. Nightmare Apprentice went down to 20. Ooh, Hecka Hand's gonna be running around in here. We got Ashuna, the Hidden City, went down to 13. We got Union Hanger. Emergence to 25. Geysaris went down to 0. Proving Ground to 25. Rejection to 10. While Editor went to 33. We also get Maizen Ninja to 5 and the Armor Ninja to 5. These were Konami's picks, by the way. Sprite Starter down to 10. Phantom Ubel to 76. Nightmare Throne down to 25. Oh, man. Can't play those together. Gruesome Grave Squirmer. to 0, and Raid Raptor vanishing Lanius to 5. Huh. Yeah, if you're a Vanquish Soul player, your deck just got yeetered off of the cliff, and Konami did their job. They actually hit the FTKs. I think this looks like a fine list. I understand that, you know, they're walking a very fine line here, but Extrav needed to be hit. I feel like they missed a couple of things, but only time will tell with this. So I am going to be running a Limbo format tournament for this with Burst Protocol Eagle, just kind of see how this point reduction holds up with, you know, Genesys format as a whole. But please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.